In this tutorial, I want to talk about Python union types. I define a variable and call it var. If I want the var variable to contain strings or integer values, I use the pipeline to annotate the type of the var variable to a string or integer. This way, if I assign an integer value or a string value to a var variable, the VS Code editor won't throw any kind of error saying that you are assigning an invalid type to the variable var. Using type hints and type annotations in Python is basically a smart way to document your code. This way, in the future, whoever is reading your code knows that the variable var can hold values which are integer or a string. But in this case, if you assign a floating point number to the var variable, the editor will throw an error saying that expression of type float cannot be assigned to the declared type string or integer. However, you should note that you can use the pipeline for the Python version 3.10 or above. For Python versions coming before 3.10, you have to import the typing module. Here I have to import the union from the typing module. So we type from typing import union. After that, I comment the line I have defined the var variable because I don't want the editor to throw any kind of error because I want to redefine the var variable using the union. Now I define the var variable and use the union and pass the types that I want the var variable to hold. Here, integer and a string. Using the union for Python versions before 3.10 is equivalent to the pipeline that we have used for Python versions 3.10 and above. For instance, if I assign a floating point number to the var variable, the editor will throw an error saying that expression of type float cannot be assigned to declared type string or integer. Exactly the same behavior that we've got using pipeline for annotating the type. What if we want the variable var to hold additional types other than strings and integers? It is so simple. We can add another pipeline, then add our additional type. Here I add the type float to the var variable. However, since the float type contains integers as their special case, we can omit the integer type. So assigning the floating point number to the variable var will not cause any kind of error. The same holds for assigning the integer value to the variable var. We can also use the same procedure to annotate the type of the arguments passed to a function. For instance, I define a function called numerist and pass an argument to it and call it var. The var argument can hold integer or string data types. By the way, guys, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos on Python type hints and type annotation. And also check out the Python type hints for beginners playlist. So here we've defined the numerist function. Now if I type var dot, which gives me the context menu or the autocompletion, I can get the methods available for string data types and integer data types at the same time because I have annotated the argument passed to the function as a string or integer. This can facilitate the development process and somehow you can document your functions and the arguments passed to our functions by using the type annotation and type hints in Python. Now as a test, if I pass a floating point number to the function numerist, the editor will throw an error saying that argument of type float cannot be assigned to parameter var of type string or integer in function numerist. However, for instance, if I pass a string to the function numerist, the editor will not throw any kind of error.